All right, guys, what's up? So I'm gonna get some exercise in today. Gonna do 20 minutes on the elliptical, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about my thoughts on the current market conditions right now. So the Bitcoin started to rally because of the November 5th election, and that was one of the largest catalysts. And because of the Trump victory, we ended up getting a very decisive move with Bitcoin. So welcome everybody to the daily update. My name is Philakone, and for those that don't know me, I've been in the crypto space for about 9 years now, not 19. And I've seen two major bull markets and two major bear markets. And by the way, this is like on a very high resistance, so it's perfect to talk to you guys while doing this very slowly to try to burn about 150 to 200 calories in 20 minutes. So I've seen everything, guys. Two major bull markets, two major bear markets, and this is my third bull market that I'm going through. And it's not even that busy of a season yet. It's not even altcoin season. And I'm already up about $250,000 from day trading and swing positions alone. In altcoin season, and as the market picks up, I plan to bring in anywhere between, I'm guessing, $250 to maybe even $600,000 of day trading profits per month, which is very substantial on top of my long-term portfolio that I don't hold as well. So this bull market season, I'm on pace to hit well over 8 figures finally after 9 years of hard work. I started off with $2,000 in my parents' basement. I used to be an alcoholic and a drug addict with no purpose whatsoever. And then when I finally lost my job and had to move back home and basically was just a massive drunken alcoholic wasting my life away, moved back home to my parents' humble basement that they had their first house in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I discovered Ethereum and Bitcoin. I locked myself in the basement for 2 years because I started to get obsessed about day trading. Didn't see a single person, dropped all of my friends that were bad influences, and solely focused on learning how to day trade. And this was in 2015. And then finally, 2 years later, I was mining Ethereum as well. I racked up 200 Ethereum mined. I also bought 200 Ethereum. We were talking about when Ethereum was under $5, right? $10 ranges. So then I had 400 Ethereum to my name. Bull market came, and then around, I think it was June or July, Ethereum ended up hitting about $350. I sold everything for a $140,000 profit. And that's where my life started to change because I understood the idea of investing on top of the day trading skills that I had. In 2017, I was making like $100, $200 profit a trade, maybe $50, and I was very proud of that back then, but I was able to make that very consistently. So then I took that $140,000 and I reinvested it in coins like IOTA, EOS, OmiziGo, XRP, and Ethereum again. And those coins eventually ended up skyrocketing to the moon, doing like thousands of percents. So then, I made my first 7 figures in 2017, and luckily I was able to exit the bull market around December as well. Then, of course, I decided to spend all that profit, or most of it, on stupid things like women, partying, drugs, alcohol. Give me 1 second, I gotta open the window, it's getting hot already. But thank goodness for the bull market season in 2021, things got better again. Now here we are 9 years later, able to make over $250,000 in profit from day trading every month in a bull market, also managing a multi-million-dollar portfolio on pace to hit 8 figures. So I want to make sure that I give you guys some of the best advice possible in crypto. This way it can help you achieve your goals, and I especially want to carry you as well. So with somebody of my experience, I can only be giving you advice that can benefit you. So right now, the catalyst for the Trump election, it was a major one. But we originally started rallying like way back earlier because the spot ETF approval, right? BlackRock was given suggestions by the SEC to make to appeal their ETF to get approved, which they did. And right now, we're still getting some of the largest inflows of spot ETFs purchases. These institutions are way too big, and they do not want Bitcoin to fail, or Ethereum as well, which also got approved for the ETF. So naturally, we took a correction of $100,000 that I ended up calling very hard. So the big question is, are we actually going to break past $100,000? And the answer is maybe not in a short time frame, but in the long time frame, we definitely will. There are multiple waves to go in this bull market, and we are actually far from over. Despite what people might believe, it comes from a place of fear. This fear is needed to be understood. If you think about the return on investment after the halving cycle, usually lasts about 400 good days till we reach like a top or so. Right now we're only just a little bit past it. It's not even close to the all-time high. I believe that Bitcoin's most likely going to reach, I'm probably going to guess about $200,000 this year. It's going to double from the 100K place, but no more than that, okay? So I think we're still going to get a correction somewhere between 87 to 87 to 91K, because that's where the previous support levels held. There are multiple waves and fractals to go right now. I think that we're on wave, subwave 4 coming down. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're basically on subwave like right now, subwave like 3 going up, right? But on that big 3 going up, we're on the 4th down. I'm just checking to make sure my camera is recording still. Okay, it's good. So subwave 4 down of the bigger 3. So there's still tons and tons and tons of room to go. I mean, we haven't even done an altcoin season yet. And the way that altcoin seasons generally begin is when there's a Bitcoin dominance drop. So right now we're at about 58% Bitcoin dominance. In 2021, Bitcoin dominance reached a peak of about 71, 72%. So when we start to see this Bitcoin dominance rise to the upside, okay, and then eventually it ends up dropping, right? But Bitcoin prices still continue to go up, right? Slowly, Bitcoin prices go up because liquidity runs out. But people are realizing their Bitcoin profits, but they're taking that money out of Bitcoin and they're starting to buy alts. And this is shown when altcoin seasons start, that the total 3 market cap ends up going to the upside, okay? And then Bitcoin dominance drops. Bitcoin dominance drops, total 3 market cap goes to the upside. This is generally what's going to happen sometime soon, but it has actually not happened yet. So right now, there's actually a lot of time to be DCAing into your positions. So if you had to ask me, is it a really good time to be buying alts right now? And my answer would be some of them, yes, some of them, no. And the reason for this is because some coins will move against Bitcoin, some coins will move with Bitcoin. For example, you look at a coin like Polkadot, even though Bitcoin is somewhat correcting, Polkadot kind of has a mind of its own right now. You take a look at a coin like XLM, Cardano as well, or Render. So AI is leading the pace right now. These coins are moving against Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin's correcting. So yes, it makes sense to accumulate some coins and not others while they're still correcting. For example, yesterday I decided to buy $200,000 added to my portfolio, or long-term swing positions. I bought like a variety of coins, and I'll show you guys them later when I get on the computer. I bought 13 coins, and I bought it because I'm just going to adopt a dollar cost averaging strategy instead of a strategy of trying to buy a dip. So actually two strategies, when there's a large dip, okay, I will be adding more to it, and I will also be dollar cost averaging during consolidation zones. The reason for this is because there's two types of risks that I see when it comes to investing in your portfolio long term. One is the risk of buying, the other is the risk of not buying. So if you were to not buy, you're gonna risk the bottom being in, and then risk having to buy back at a higher price. And that's scary when you have to buy back at a higher price because, well, you're gonna be chasing the market now, and you're gonna wish that you had bought earlier when you had the chance. So it's risky to not buy, but it's also risky to buy. So if you were to buy now, then there could be another 10-20% drop, and that's also scary to have to survive and hold through that drop. But the good news is that eventually the market will pick up because we are bullish and we are in a bull market and altcoin seasons haven't even begun yet. So to me, buying some now makes a lot of sense because you risk not missing out, okay? And eventually the market will continue. So if you keep your long-term bias that we're bullish longer term, and you stick to that, and you're able to hold through the storm, then you're eventually going to be in profit. So my advice is, because there's two risks, one to buy and one to not buy, it makes sense to split that risk in half. So you would be buying some now during consolidation zones, and then you would also try to wait a little bit to maybe DCA or buy on a dip. And if you're forced to buy on strength, at least you covered half of that risk by buying some earlier already. So I'm not trying to give you guys financial or investment advice or anything like that, but I'm just talking about what I'm doing, and that's why I added $200,000 to my position. So I firmly believe that the market is going to pick up substantially very soon. I think that December is also going to finish at a really reasonable price. I think that some of the main performing coins right now, if you were to ask me, would be, of course, Polkadot is performing incredibly well. Huge volume every day, like on Binance, there's like 700,000-800,000 million in volume a day, so Polkadot will perform well. Coins like Superverse is at a high right now, and also Solana is at a high from the March 14 high, or Superverse from the all-time high actually. I think Superverse is going to smash that dollar something range, $1.40 or something range very soon. Solana is going to smash that 255 resistance sometime soon too. Solana is going to be a very good contender for Ethereum. Ethereum is lacking behind tremendously right now and hasn't even come close to breaking the all-time high. So because of this, I think that there's a little bit of lag, and eventually it's going to catch up to it as well. But if you were to also invest in another layer 1 solution to compete against Solana and Ethereum, it would be a coin called Peak. P-E-A-Q. P-E-A-Q. That's a very big pick of mine that my lady and I are holding in our portfolios. Another one is going to be Aether. A-T-H. And it's spelled A-E-T-H-I-R. A-E-T-H-I-R. Aether. The ticker is ATH, like all-time high. You guys have all heard of Render. Very solid coin. They focus on like a centralized GPU warehouse to provide processing power. So they have these gigantic warehouses with GPUs where they're lending out their processing power. They're selling it, right? Aether is very similar to Render, except they focus on a decentralized cloud mining service, like cloud GPU power. So if you had a video card, you can actually, use Aether, lend out your video card's processing power, and get paid for it. So that's pretty cool that you can do something like that with Aether. They're a lower market cap right now, around $130 million. But the very cool thing about these types of coins, like Peak, which is at like 300 million, is that these few $100 million coins have a massive potential to do massive things because of their lower market cap. right? They can do 5x, they can do 10x. But if you look at, like, I only hold a little bit of FET, I only hold a little bit of TAL now. I don't carry a lot of that because like Jupiter, TIA, these coins are too big, right? They don't have a massive ROI potential. You look at a coin like FET, that's like $7 billion, or or TAL, that's like a few $billion as well. They're gonna have a much more difficult time giving you a huge ROI compared to a coin like, for example, Superverse, right? Compared to a coin like Immutable X, IMX, Beam is one of my main picks as well, right? Injective. And I also recommend that people take a look at a coin like Ondo, but after January 19, because there's a huge token release, which is going to dilute the market, and it's going to drop the price significantly. So Ondo is one of those coins that you gotta watch out for, but not quite yet. It's on my calendar. And then Manta is also a great layer 2 solution as well. And then there's coins like Arbitrum and Optimism, which is a contender for layer 2. Manta is very dependent on Polkadot's success because it also focuses to an extent with interoperability. And I love Polkadot because they're the number 3 most developed coin with the most amount of developers on the project. If you guys didn't know that, they work behind the scenes very hard. They're very talked about on Reddit. They're active on social media. Polkadot, I kept telling everybody to buy in the $4 ranges. Here we are, hitting $10. So Polkadot is one of my main picks as well that I love a lot. I think it has the potential to actually go back to the $50 range for the all-time high, despite the huge market cap. So I think that right now is the time to be accumulating slowly and DCAing to ensure that you're in a very good position to get ready for this bull market to come. Because if you're not positioned well, you're going to really regret it. Almost done, guys. 140 calories burned. So for those that want to trade with me, make sure you guys are getting into my Black Friday special that's 60% off. You guys are going to get a chance to day trade with me, get into the signals that I provide, okay? You guys are going to see how I do it. You're going to also get access to the elite tier private Discord trading group with me, of course, where my signals are and education. So you'll see all the trades that I take. You're also going to get access to Philakone's course version 3.0, Mastering the Day Trading Markets. Learn everything I know from a course on top of the Discord. And you'll also get access to my advanced volatility scanner that's going to help you find the best coins to trade for that day. You'll never miss a volatile coin again. So normally it's way more than 1,000. Right now it's $450. You'll get into the elite group for 6 months, man. So guys, always be efficient with your time. Make sure you guys are taking care of yourself physically, mentally. I dropped 55 pounds. I used to be severely overweight. Now I exercise 4 or 5 times a week because I want to make sure I have all of this crypto money with my health. So it's very important for us to take care of ourselves and keep up the hustle. Don't stop it while your energy is high. Okay guys, I'm done. While your energy is high, take care of yourself. Don't be lazy. Put in this time when your energy is high and you're young. Otherwise, you're going to regret it and miss this bull market season. So let's go, guys. Crypto bull market 2025. Fuck yeah! By the way, if you guys enjoy my videos, hit the like and the subscribe button. Let's go.